G'day everyone, welcome to Xrissart. My name is Chrissy, thanks for joining me, and we are back again here today. Hang on, I'll just make sure that that sound and everything is good here, because this is the issues that I was having yesterday. I was having all kinds of issues. So let me just pop out the chat so I can see what's going on. Yeah, so I can see what's going on. Hang on a sec. Oh, hang on, I'll just press record. Here we go. All right, okay. Okay, first of all, I wanted to say hello to, thank you to Janice for who'll be moderating the stream today. And I've got all our friends here. Hello, Nolani. Rebecca, nice to see you. Finally, you got here. That's great. Catrice and Cherry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Cherry, I stuffed you about thinking that, I wasn't going to stream, but then I managed to find my problems, so I was okay. Oksana, my dear, hello, nice to see you. John, that's very nice to see you here. All right, so I'm going to get cracking with this. Let me just, okay. I just want to make sure that I can see. All right. Just getting my references up and running. They're around. Cool. All right. Okay. Oh, Dee, hello. How you going? Welcome. Thanks for popping by. Okay, so we're back here again. We're back here. So I'm going to leave my lines and I'm going to start filling in some of my little windows and start moving on with, my balloon ride, which I thought I was going to have, which was on my wish list, and it didn't happen. So, and I'll explain for those who don't know. I'll explain why the balloon is there. Maggie, hello, nice to see you here. Okay. Of course, again, leap of faith, window of opportunity here. There was a window of opportunity for me to have a balloon ride, and it didn't happen. So that's why it's on in my painting. Nanette, so sorry I stuffed you about. I cleared my busy social schedule once again. Oh, okay, nice to see that you have. Oh, okay. You're saying beautiful day in Ontario. You know what? It is raining cats and dogs. Bucket loads. It is bucket loads here. So, Earth has been moving. Roads have been splitting up into two because there's been sand, some roads near the beaches, who knows, have been built on top of sand dunes. God knows, I don't know the engineering in that, but anyway, so it's going to be like that for the rest of the week. So if it's not fires, it's floods. So, and that's nature for you, isn't it? You can't escape that. All right, so what I'm using, okay, I know. Jerry goes, I know what you mean. Life is full of engagements at the moment. Yes, we're all very busy, aren't we? Yes, we are. Okay, so, so back to my my little window here. This is a purple sky, and why wouldn't it be purple? It's my sky, isn't it? So definite. And so yeah, okay. What's this? Okay, I'm better than a monkey chasing a kangaroo. Oh, that's a funny story. Sounds like a funny story. Heidi, hello. How you going? Nice of you to pop by. Okay, so, all right, using my 1/8 of an inch brush for people that 1/8 of an inch angular for those who are interested, who have questions. You know, we talk everything and anything here, and art is art is one of the subjects. What can I say? Silke, hello, nice to see you here. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to keep on layering. Now it's really interesting. It doesn't even feel like, and of course, oh sorry, this is pastel board, and it still doesn't feel like I've put hardly any pastel on here, if you can imagine what I'm trying to get at. It is, it's letting me, in other words, I can put a lot of layers before anything, before it even starts to move. And that's how you know that you've put in or put on a lot of layers on Pastelmat with this technique that I'm using anyway. That's how you can tell, because I know some people ask, how can you tell when you've got enough layers? Well, that's how I tell with me. Yeah. Okay. Using a bit of white here as well. Just my brush. And of course, oh, I've got glassine paper all here, so everything is all protected, which is really cool. Okay. I need to mix actually. Okay. Angie, is Clairefontaine pastel? Is it Clairefontaine pastel board? Yes, it is, Angie. Yep. I'm not quite sure if anyone makes anything like this. I know that you make boards, but as far as something like this, I don't think there's any surface like this. Yeah. Yes. Now, I purchased mine from my local art store, which thankfully is not that far away from where I work, my day job. And, you know, depending if I've got money in my wallet, I go art shopping there. And it's very hard to walk out with at least not a pencil. So that's why, yeah. So mind you, I've got quite a bit now, so I'm very fortunate. But yes, the shop that I go to, they stock Pastelmat, and they stock Pastelmat and Pastelmat boards. And I'm told by them that they also ship internationally. So if you can't get it from any other place, they ship internationally. I don't know the freight yet. The freight. I'm not quite sure about the freight. I mean, you know, we're 50 million miles away, so God knows what the delivery charge would be. G'day, Sneaks. Hello, Deb. How you going? Oksana says, how much would you say you devote a drawing painting on a weekly basis? That's a very good question. With me, there's a combination. I think. Okay. How much would you say you devote a drawing painting on a weekly basis? Okay, I'll answer that question. How much time? Let me see. Well, I'm pretty much down in my art space after my day job when we've all had dinner and we just, you know, we all go our separate ways and do our thing. So I would say, and of that time, well, there's Patreon, I do that, that's 1.5. I would probably say about 1.5 hours, 4 days a week, and on the weekends I'm video editing and as well, so because that takes time. I'm doing that quite a bit. Time, I couldn't tell you exact time, but I do spend at minimum an hour a day. Minimum hour a day. So I like that question. But when you talk about being in your art space, I'm in here almost all the time. Unless if I haven't had a function, say, like a relative function or a family affair that I've got to attend to and stuff like that. So, there is that. But yes, I like that question. Okay. I find that I either might spend 6 to 8 hours a day or none at all per day doing art. Yeah. I mean, and plus sometimes like you're not feeling it, right? Like but I actually have to, there are times when I'm a little bit tired, and if I can't physically get there, then I just can't do it, because then I'm going to bugger it up. That's for sure. Okay. Rebecca says, Chrissy, I'm good for questions. Wonderful. Keep them coming. I started a project on Pastelmat inspired by you, so I plan on mixing coloured pencil and PanPastel. Oh yes, go ahead. Okay, when you do that, are you asking me for a tip? I'm not quite sure. You're not asking me for a tip, but I'll tell you anyway. Just do light layers of the pans first. Well, that's what I found, and with coloured pencil I find that it's grainy, so it's not like, say for example with pastel pencils where it's not grainy. The coloured pencils will be, but just light layers with the coloured pencil and just keep on layering. I mean, anyone here in the chat who's been doing that might also tell you the same. And of course we're all very different, aren't we? But yes, and you're going to have to give us all progress, like works in progress, whips. You have to give us whips. John says, Chrissy and everyone, I say hello to you all now. I'm having problems with my phone freezing, so don't know how long I will be in the chat. I hope you are all, okay, all right, John. But look, hang in there. Just hang in there. Nanette said, I went to I went to Blick today, but they don't have Pastelmat in stock, but I got a piece of velour just to try it. Should be interesting. Oh, Nanette. Oh, yes. I would really like to see what you think of velour. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just thinking that maybe it's me, but I would really love to see what you're going to come up, or what your impressions are going to be. I would really like that. Yes. Interested. There's a different technique that I find with the velour, I find that the best medium on there are the soft pastels, and the softer the better. That's what I found for me. The softer the better. But yes, no, you can so and I believe that let me see, I believe Jackson's is a Pastelmat is available. I'm not quite sure. Is the board available on Jackson's? I can't remember. Yeah, I'd say the shipping is always the issue, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Nolani says, I've been wanting to go to Blick, but haven't made the trip yet. Yeah. I mean, going to any art store, wouldn't you just go nuts, eh? You go nuts. I go nuts. Let me at it. And you know what? I love the smell. As soon as you walk in, I love the smell. Now that's got to be really weird. Now that's just really, really weird. Okay. Oksana says, thank you, Chrissy. Sometimes I plan to be in my art space, but I tend to get distracted by my family a lot, and it pulls me away more than I thought. It does, and that's okay. That's okay, so long as, you get there in the end. If that's what you want to do. I understand about family pulling you away. I'm a grandmother now, so, every now and again, you know, want to visit my grandchildren and, you know, and my daughter and my children, and so I totally get that. So you know what, it's a balance, isn't it? It's a life balance. I think that's what we all want. So Linda, hello all from Greatview, WA. Ooh, I'm recovering from back surgery. It's great to have you to feed the artist while I'm down. Oh, wonderful. I'm so glad you're here, Linda. Onya. That's all I can say. Onya. Okay, Nanette says, Chrissy, do you love velour as much as you love Derwent pastel pencils? You know what? I like Derwent pastel pencils better than velour. That's what I'm going to say about that. And you know what? I think, Nanette, I think the reason why my pastel pencils, I've had a bit of a problem. I think it's an old, they're older ones. And I think the formula may have changed. So I'm actually not going to say anything else about Derwent at the moment, because maybe I should just go purchase a brand new set of new formula Derwent pastel pencils. Because you know what? I love the colours. I love the colours. For some reason, like I end up, you know, like they're always around. Look, check this out, see? I love them because, well, I didn't say I love them. Sorry. I like them a lot because of the colours, you know, like this one's aluminium grey. I like the way that they tell you what colour it is. You know, it's a really nice thickness here. The only thing is this formula scratches for me, but I think I've got the wrong batch. Have to be. So it's the artist. It's not the, you know, the medium. Okay, let me see. Oh, let me go back up. I missed something here. Okay, Rebecca says, Chrissy, when you use colour pencils and pastel pencils together, do you start light and go dark? Or start dark and go light? Typically pencils start light and pans start yes. Okay, that's a very good question. I suppose I would say, I mean, if you're going to block your area with the pans, right? So you're already going to block your darks and your lights, aren't you? So I would then, typically with coloured pencil, you work from light and you work your way to dark. Definitely, I get that with that medium. But if you're using the PanPastels, I found that when I did that on my last project, I blocked all the areas and there were darks and there were lights, and all I did was use light pressure. That's all I did. But yes. Let me see. Other question. Oh, Sergio, hello. Is this late for you? How is everyone doing? I've missed you, my dear fellow. Okay. Deb says, Chrissy, when you are working on a piece, do you lose track of time? Yes, I do. I do. And you know what? Actually, you know what stops me, Deb? I'll tell you what stops me. If I've been sitting down for too long. You know, when you get sort of like aches and pains and you need to get up and you need to move around, that's when I find that, and then I have a look at the time, I'm going, oh yeah, well that's about right, you know. So yes, I do lose track of time, and especially even like when I'm filming. So I just leave the cameras where they are and I forget about them, and it's not until when I go to my footage that I see, wow, you know, like you didn't move all that time. Yes, but yes, I do lose track of time, and that means like a few things. It means that I love art too. Like I love doing this. I really love doing this. Okay. Just having a look at some questions here. Okay. Okay. Rebecca says, when you use color pen, I've seen that one. Sorry. Oksana, will you be doing? Okay. Will you be doing this year another collaborative project like you did 2 times earlier today? 2 times already. You mean collaborative as in guests coming on to live streams? Yes, I'm always thinking about that, and I'm always thinking about who would like to, come on with me is something that I'm always thinking about. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. I've just got to set it up. That's what I've got to do. Okay. Rebecca says again. Okay, sorry. Okay. Okay. Oksana says, I agree. Balance is definitely the key. And Rebecca says, you lie. You are not old enough. Yes, I am old enough to be a grandmother. Yes, I am. Well, I started having kids young, if I can say that. Let's just say that. Young, but but that's very kind of you to say that. Okay. Nanette says, my Derwents have a parrot on the tin. Do yours? No, mine have a lion. Maybe yours are old. Yes, they are old. That's why, Nanette, I'm actually going to buy another set. Ooh. That's it. Okay. Thank you, Oksana. Yes, I decided to paint my nails. Yes. So they don't look all grungy. Every now and again I get bored with just nothing. Okay. Hi, Chandri. Is it? Oh, hi, Chandri. Hello, my dear. How you going? Okay. Okay. Chrissy, pardon. My collaborative. Okay, I meant where each did their piece to make one. Oh, that one. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I tell you what, we have got telepathy. I was only just thinking about that. I'm thinking March. When is it that we do our collaborative painting? And it's usually we let March Mashup go, and then then I start to put a post in April and give you guys a couple of months to do that. So yes, the answer is a definite yes. Of course, I will be doing this. And down the track, if you're all willing, maybe, and you wanted to, you could, let me know down the track when the time comes. If you wanted to participate, I would definitely do this. So yes is the answer. is the short answer, and I also answered in the long way. How are the pencil? Oh, okay, sorry. My Derwents have a big hole in the tin. Not sure what they're saying. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, I guess we do. I would love to do that again. Of course. I think we turned them into Chrissy at the beginning of. That's right. Yes, that's right. We did. Nanette. Yeah. Cherry says, Chrissy, I've been doing the marbles. Ooh. One marble has taken 2 days so far. Yes. I knew that was going to be a difficult one because of all of those swirls and highlights and stuff like that. You know what? I've been looking at those as well, and I'm almost tempted to do the wooden blocks. I actually really, really like that. Yeah. My problem is time. Okay, I have... Okay, Deb says, I have a set of Derwent graphite pencils that I've gotten very frustrated with them. The HB broke every half inch when sharpening, and the others seem to be full of nuggets. Well, that is a frustrating thing, isn't it? Most definite. Yeah. Yes, Nanette. Yeah, it is a difficult one. Still working on the alligator from the last month. Yes, I like that alligator too. Like, I pick these share your art with Xrissart images. Like, I pick these the way I do it is because I want to do those, and of course I want to do so many of them, and I just can't do it. I don't get a chance to do it. That's my problem. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, no, I love those challenges too. All right. Okay. Okay, Silke says, do you have a problem with flooding where you live too? Yes, Silke. Are you getting the storms that we're getting in New South Wales? For everyone, Silke lives in Queensland. She lives in the state above where I live. And of course, there's this massive cloud that's just going halfway over Australia on the east coast. It's just like, yeah. It's going to rain for about at least another week, unfortunately. So there you go. All right. Yeah, so I hope, how's it going over there with you, Silke? See, if it's not fires, it's something else, isn't it? Okay, what have I got here? The extra dark, Phthalo extra dark, and I'm just going to work on my balloon here because I'm actually going to put pastel pencils on top, and I just want to put a heap of layers on this area here. Maybe I should just zoom a little bit. Maybe I can just zoom a little bit here. So you can see what I'm doing. Yeah. Interesting, yeah, Oksana, interesting about Derwent. What's with them? Well, okay, I tell you what's with them. This is what it is. All it is, it's that, can I say yet again, it's in the binder? It's been suggested that I should get a t-shirt that says it's in the binder. So, because that's one of my go-to words that I say. But it is in the binder. It is, there is, yeah. And which makes them a hard pastel pencil. So I would tend to use this for, I use these mostly for the color and sometimes the firmness. Okay, but having said that, this is old stock, and because when I put them on the surface, it's a bit scratchy, and it could be, I don't know, maybe nuggets, who knows what's in there. So, but I think the formula has changed since then. So I'm actually, that's why I was saying I'm going to buy another set. Like, I don't have enough pastel pencils in my arsenal. Oh my gosh, that didn't come out right, did it? Okay, Rebecca says, Chrissy, I have found the reference book called Colour Pencil Painting Bible by Aliona Nicholson. I have that. Unite helpful and for techniques like the marbles. Yes, most definite. Yes, I've got that book, and it's just a wonderful you know, it's a wonderful reference to have if you're having issues. Definite. Okay, Cherry says, Chrissy, it was actually it has actually stopped raining in the UK for a couple of days. Well, now that is definitely a cause for celebration, isn't it? It's always raining there, isn't it? But you know, have you noticed? Like, it's so beautiful and lush, though, isn't it? Like, if you go into the countryside, everything's lovely and green. Yeah, not like here, for example, in Australia, where in the outback, you know, and it's, you know, it's so dry that, you know, like if you go into the outback, the ground is red dust. Yes, and dry. But on the tropical side, which is like on the northern part of Australia, it's all very lush, and in Queensland, where Silke lives, like, you know, it's all very nice up there. My top recommended brands for graphite remain untouched. Caran d'Ache, Faber-Castell, and Tombow are the only ones worth the money. And of course, we know, Sergio, because you've got some beautiful artwork in graphite. I mean, beautiful artwork in general, but the graphite pieces that you've had a lot of experience with graphite, and you've been testing them. So yes, yes. I haven't done much on graphite, hardly ever, if I can ever think. It only in my in the older days when I was drawing, I was using graphite to learn to draw. Yeah. Okay. Silke says, Chrissy, yeah, we are 80 kilometres west of Brisbane and missed most of the rain this summer. It only started 1 week ago, but creeks and lakes are still almost empty. The dams on the property are... There you go. See, this is what I mean. The rain's not going to where it's supposed to go. Yeah. It's always the case, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, Oksana says, Chrissy, it's about time. You need your own merch. A shirt that says... It's in the binder. I will, seriously. Wendy and Janice have been at me. You should go ahead and do all of that. It's just getting my act together and organising it all. It's not hard to do, so that's fine. Okay. Nanette says, I go to my pits for firmness. I find the Derwents to be nice and soft. Definite formula change. Okay, Nanette. Okay. Based on what you've been saying, I'm going to do that. Okay, so there you go. I'm going to be doing that. So don't worry, I'll do that. Sergio, Chrissy, don't make me come over there and hug you. Well, I'll hug you back, don't you worry. Yes, sure. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yes, yeah, Deb, totally agrees. Sergio's graphite work is amazing. Okay, I hear it again. Brenda! Oh my goodness! Hello, my dear friend. How are you? Nice to see you here. It's lovely to see you here. Nice to see your name in the chat. Okay, little brush, and keep on going. Look at how many. Oh, sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. Let me just do this, hey. There we go. Just so you can see what I'm doing and what I'm picking. Okay, now I'm nervous. Wait. Oh, sorry. Now I'm nervous, says Nanette. What if you hate them again? Oh, look, I'm sure that I will find my love with them, as I do with most ones, even if they don't agree with me. How about that? All right. Oh, Vicky, hello. Now, there's a local. Vicky's local. How's the weather over there, Vicky? It's a miracle. I'm up on a Sunday morning. Oh, okay. Well, what's the weather like in Newcastle area? All right, so okay. Let me see. Here still needs quite a bit of work. This needs to be a bit lighter. Oh, sorry, just so you can see what I'm doing. Sometimes if I pick up too much of the brush, and you can see, oh, there you go. You can see I've picked up too much, and so what I do is I dab on my paper towel. So that's what you're seeing me do. Okay. There we go. Yeah. So has anyone been watching any cool shows lately? That they can share with us. Okay. Okay. Vicky says, been on the espresso martinis all night. Hello. Okay, the weather is a disaster, about to sweep out the flood water from under the house. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. I was just, Vicky, I was just talking about this before you came on. And Silke, who's in Queensland, is experiencing some floods, but, well, not floods, sorry, some rain. It's been a little bit dry for her up there. But yes. Okay. All right. Okay. The one on Nanette says yes. The one on Netflix. There's 50 million on Netflix. The One. Is that what it's called? The One. Oh, okay. Maybe. Sorry, Nanette. Well, there you go. Like, stupid Chrissy. Rebecca says, Chrissy, is that all pan, or are you? Oh, okay. Is that all pan, or are you layering over coloured pencil? This is all pan. Okay, this project, and with pastel pencil, but these areas, they're all pans, and with pastel pencils on top slightly. So that's this whole thing. Yeah. If I did coloured pencil on something like this, it would take me forever and a day. It would take me a blasted long time. Oh yes, most definite. That's why, you know, I've somehow developed a way to paint decent and to do it in a reasonable amount of time if I'm, if I'm painting, that is. Yes, is the answer. It is pans. Oh, okay. Okay, okay. Chandra says, I'm watching Marianne, French horror. Ooh, are you into horror? I get scared. Like, with horror, seriously, I'm hearing it. I'm hearing the build up in the music, and then all of a sudden I close my eyes and I'm like this, or I'm just sort of, so yeah, I'm a bit scared. The Exorcist did it to me. Ever since then, I haven't been able to watch horror movies at all. But yes, oh, that sounds interesting though. Let me see. What else? Shows. Oh, hang on, I've lost it. I've lost my place. Oh my! Here we go. Okay, I just finished Heartland. Great. Oh, I've seen that, and I've been hovering over it to watch it. Oh, that's interesting. Chrissy, yes. Too many shows, in fact, says Oksana. We just finished WandaVision. Does that... Schitt's Creek? Yeah, that's how you pronounce it? Schitt's Creek is hilarious. And I'm into Korean shows lately. Memories of... Alhambra is very good on Netflix. Oh my goodness, I've got to actually have a look at those. Do you, when new shows come on, do you just put them on your little wish list and reminders when things are coming up? I do that. Okay, Marianne, French horror. I still can't get over that one, Chandri. Okay, Heartland. Okay, Maggie. Hello, Maggie. Did I say hello to you? I don't think I did. Hello, nice to see you. Season 7. Yes, Season 7 BBC's Line of Duty starts tomorrow. Interesting. Wow. Watching The Crown. Oh, yes. I've been thinking about that one too. Because, because you devote a certain amount of time to it, don't you? You kind of like, yeah. Yeah. Chrissy, about, okay, hang on a sec. Okay, The Crown is one of my favourite ones too, says Maggie. And then it says, about a dating service that uses DNA to match people. Really? Really? Is that true? Is that true? Are you serious? Are you being sarcastic with me again? It is really true, is it? No, surely you wouldn't say something smarty. Oh, okay. Hang on. Yeah. Yes, okay, Nanette. Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, how I misread it. Yeah, cool. That's okay. Okay, I put many shows on my watch list. See, there you go. I'm not the only one. Yes. Chandra says I had to stop Marianne around 11:30. Got a bit scary for the night. Yeah, well, you know, that's what happens. Oh dear, that's so funny. Yeah, because it's always good to watch that. It's always good to watch those shows. It kind of like, you know, just takes you in another place, doesn't it? And then it says, well, to be honest, I only see some tarnish. Okay. Further down, okay, yes, the one refers to the one match, right? You were meant to have in your life. I get it. Okay. Yes, sorry, Nanette. Well, let's just pardon my ignorance, definitely. Maybe I should send you something to clean your glasses with. Oh, sorry. Oh, that was for Nanette. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Okay, thumbs up for Chris. Oh, thank you, Brenda. Sweet lady. Thank you so much. Okay. I'm itching to use pastel pencils on this, but I can't just yet. It still needs quite a few layers. Yeah. Make sure it contains alcohol. Okay. Another show I really liked on Amazon Prime is Upload. Wow. Maybe it's my, you know, when you, on shows, you know, when you like a certain one, or it goes based on what you watch. So maybe that's why I haven't seen these ones. Rebecca says, Chrissy, Nanette is saying my halo is tarnished. Oh, okay, so I suggested she needs to clean her glasses. Oh, gosh. Yes, well. Oh, dear. That's funny. That's so funny. Okay. Yeah. All right, so just keep on using. I'm just layering at the moment. Sorry, I'm just playing here. Just want to see. Of course, pastels are forgiving, so I can go over that bit. Okay, I'm going to ask a question, Deb. And someone asked me, what is Eurolin? What is that? Okay. Sorry, I missed that, that's all. Chrissy, have you discovered any new brushes to try pans with? Well, since I'm not quite sure whether you've noticed, there's one here. There's one here. It's a makeup liner, and of course it's square. There's that. It's just, and the bristles, honestly, it must be like about, I don't know what it would be in, if it's an 1/8 of an inch thick. Yeah, an 1/8 of an inch thick, or in, that's imperial, and in metric, I would say about 3 millimeters. 3 millimeters thick, that's one. And I have been chopping lately. I've hacked this one. This one is a 95 Neef Bright, and it's a stiff synthetic, and it was long. It was long, it was bright, you know, like rectangular, and I just chopped it. And the bristles are much thicker, and so I've discovered, well, that's what I'm going to do from now on, is buy brushes like that and just hack them. And then, because I find that after a while, now I mean, like, when I say after a while, like after years, and this is one where Deb Sneaks helped me source, and she went on a hunt, and it's around here somewhere, and I can't, oh yeah, here it is. Deb, I remember Deb, she was kind enough to help me with this one. This is the Daler round. It's got to the point where the writing has come off. So, and it has lasted for years, like years, man, years. So, and of course, looking, and I found a few with Deb's help as well, but then I've also figured, well, you know what, I'm going to make my brushes. How about that? So there you go. But yes, I'm always doing things like that for sure. Brushes, yeah. But it's, you know, but I also use the soft tools too. Like I use the soft tools, like for example, I'd use the soft tools for the background here because I wanted to cover. So I'm going to use whatever makes it easy for me. Okay, so yeah, okay, so let me just put a frame around this. Not quite sure whether you can see. Is it too dark? I don't know. Yeah. Okay, I'm putting neutral grey extra dark, I believe this is. Yes, it is. Just got to. Okay, so I figured I'm not going to. I figured I'm going to do all of with these windowsills. Yeah. I'm going to, sorry, I was stopped by the kookaburras. There are kookaburras next door going off their nut. But you probably can't hear that. Sorry, I'm going to do the windowsills like this and straighten them up afterwards. With pastel pencils and a ruler. So at the moment I'm just using my eye. can't believe kookaburras are, well, it's probably just stopped raining now at the moment. Gosh, only just for a second, I'm sure. We'll keep on going. Yeah. There we go. It's a bit wobbly there, isn't it? That's all right. I've got to. We can't hear that. It's practically all we could hear. You can't. Yeah. Practically all. Okay. Yeah, the kookaburra. Got lots of birds here. It sounded like you moved to the jungle. So you did hear it? Oh, okay. Yes, kookaburras. And you know what? We've got a pool in the back and they use that as a bird bath. And you should see them. They're on the fence and then they just swoop down and then they swoop back up and, oh, yeah. But anyway, it's nice to watch actually. But my question is with birds, does the chlorine not affect their feathers? Now there's a question. I often think about that when they go in. I'm thinking, no, don't go in the... Like, because we've actually got a little bird bath for them. And I'm thinking to myself, no, don't go to the pool. You're going to have chlorine on your feathers. I wonder if they bleach. I mean, there's it. I don't know. The things that go through my head, honestly. Yes, Deb. Sounded like I moved to the jungle. Yes. I'm reading that again. Funny. I meant my seeing eye dog. Don't complain about my typing. Braille keyboard, you know. Okay. All right. Welcome to the jungle. We've got pens and pencils. There you go, Rebecca. Isn't that a song too? Welcome to the jungle. It is, isn't it? Okay, everyone. The kookaburra started to sound like the French national anthem for a second there, with signals it's time for me to go to sleep. I like that exit statement. Very, very nicely done. Very smooth, Sergio. Nice to see you here, my dear. Deb says, Chrissy's. Okay, Chandri. Oh, did she say? Okay. Oh, Chandri says, that would be so cool to see those birds in the wild. Oh, yes. Kookaburras. Oh, they're our place is an aviary. I tell you, it's an aviary, and I know I talk about it a lot. But they do, yes. Okay, Deb says, Chrissy, sometimes your mind is a very scary place. Yes, it has known to be like that too. You know? It has my family thinking. They're just going, yes, Chrissy. Even my workmates, they're going, Chrissy, when I show them some of the stuff that I've been painting, because they ask me, what are you up to now? And then they go, Chrissy, I'd like to know what you're smoking. That's what they tell me. I'd like to know what you're smoking. That's what I get. Heidi says, we had ducks going into the pool, but as soon as we added chlorine in the spring, they would stop going in the pool. You must have special birds there. You know what, Heidi? I don't understand it. Surely that they would smell it. Do you know what I mean? But interesting how the ducks picked up on the chlorine. going into the problem. As soon as we added the chlorine in the spring, they would stop. Isn't that interesting? But yes, I don't know. I'm thinking, I don't get it. But anyway, that mustn't affect them. So, okay. And Chandra says, okay, aren't they mean birds? Says Rebecca. You know, I suppose only if you come in contact with them. They look mean, don't they? They're meat eaters. They like worms, bugs, things like that. Yes, they always look like they've got a frown, don't they? I don't think that they're mean. Or they could be, I'm not sure. Yeah. Cherry, I have to go to bed now. It's past midnight. Oh, thank you so much, Cherry, for popping by. You're such a sweetheart. Thank you. I know it's really late there. Thank you so much, because I know even in Europe, where Chandri is as well, in the Netherlands, I know it's late there. Are there any that come closer to people? Yeah, they do. Sometimes when we sit on the balcony, they come on the ledge and they just look at us. You know why? Because we're eating and they want food. That's what happens. Nanette says, Chrissy, your sons are worried that it's that it's genetic. Well, you know, yes, that's funny. Yes, they sometimes think, where did I get this from? Or, you know what's really interesting? One of my boys said he did something really unusual, and straight away he goes, oh, this is something that Mum would do. And I'm going, oh, great. So, yes, it's funny how you say that. Yeah, they are worried. Oh, that's so funny. Yes, they are worried. Okay. Oh, I got it up. Hang on. Forgiving. I made a mistake and it just helped me. There we go. Yes. Yeah, they do. But it's not only my sons, my daughter as well. Oh dear. Anyway. All right. Okay, I need new colours here. All right. I'm using the tint as well, the neutral grey tint. That's also a really good, another good colour to use for highlighting. So these three colours I really enjoy. Well, as you can see, look at that. Oh, sorry, you can't see that. Apart from the neutral grey tint, I mean, this is the raw umber tint, and of course the white when I'm mixing other colours. But yeah, this is another pan to think about when you're highlighting. So I mean, depending. I mean, that's more on the cold side. Okay, Nanette says, Chrissy, what will the next window be? Will you do all the window frames at the same time? No, not always. I'm not going to do them all at the same time. I'm actually going to do, now you can't see, oh bugger, hang on, here. All right. This one here, I'm going to do brushes and paints and stuff like that, which represents a window when I was thinking about starting to go back to painting and drawing. So that window is going to be there. There is a window where I'm just behind me here. Look, you can see here, just there. This one here. This window is going to be, I thought of a motorbike or something like a road with a motorbike on it, only because my husband is into bikes, and this opportunity came for him as well. So I'm going to do that. But the smaller ones, they're going to be less detailed. I haven't figured out what the little ones will be. They might even be very similar to the big one that I have all the way on my left, which you can't see. So, but definitely the ones, that's going to be my artist one, that's going to be a motorbike one. There's the music, the balloon, and yeah, let's see how we go. But yeah, no, thank you for the question. I like that. Rebecca says, Chrissy, that just looks so cool. I lived in an apartment once that didn't have a lot of windows. So I painted windows on canvas and hung curtains up above the canvas. Oh, that's cool. Yes, I like that. Good idea. Okay, yeah, so I also thought of an underwater scene because I've always wanted to go scuba diving and stuff like that. So maybe one of these windows there will be an ocean, a sea, representing that. I also I did think of that. Yes. All right. Gosh, I've got to be patient. I'm just itching to do some pastel pencil in that area there. I was just wondering, are you all as impatient as me, or am I the only impatient one when it comes to doing, like, if there's a part in your painting and and there's like, you're working on a boring bit and you know that there's an interesting bit just there somewhere, do you go to the interesting bit and then leave the boring bit? I'm just wondering if I'm the only one that does that. Which is not a good thing, but whatever helps me finish the project, I suppose. Yeah. I just read what you said, Nanette. When you see those, when you see my eyes flick like, why? Do you know that I've read your comment and I'm not going to repeat it? Oh my gosh, that's funny. Okay. Oksana says, I happen to move around a lot when I draw. I don't like to stay just in one spot. Yeah, see, this is what happens to me. I get bored very easy sometimes in the project. I mean, heck, this has been around forever, so you can imagine. Although, not that I'm bored of this, but I'd like to get it finished, you know what I mean? Okay, I finish the interesting parts and sprinkle them between the boring stuff. Yeah, that's a good idea too. So I was just wondering whether I was the only one that was going through that. Now this is a stiffer bristle, so I'm actually going to, I just need the absolute tip of it. I just want, because this one is a little bit soft, the bristles, and I know that this is, yeah. Okay, I need to darken this bit here. So I'm just going to use a touch of black. And I want to use black to influence what I've already got down there. There we go. When watching other artists, they often say, don't worry about adding details yet. Yes, I'm too impatient and just have to add them. I know. It helps me get through the ugly stage to get, the ugly stage to have one little nice part. And I totally get that. And that's why we're all different. Like you have no idea, like I'm itching to get into the pastel pencils with this to show. I'm showing restraint. So at the moment, all I'm doing now is just layering pastels down. But yeah, itching. Because I know once I put the pastel pencils, things will just pop. You know, they'll just pop. I know they will. And it's like with this lady, like just using a pastel pencil here and there just made her pop in certain areas, but she's not finished either. But yeah, I had to get past her. To get past her, I needed to add a few to make me feel like I did something with her. Okay, which brushes are these? I must have missed something. Okay, so the brushes, Rebecca, what I do is I now chop brushes down, but I buy the brushes that are going to have this, and it's been explained to me, it's a very nice way to explain it. They've got to have a snap, right? And there's a snap. When you flick it with your finger, there's got to be a snap. And that means when it's sort of like soft enough to pick up your pan, and then soft enough or firm enough to put on your surface. So because you can't get these, they're not available. And so that's what I've done. I just want to see if I can find, I can't see one close by that's, hang on. No, that's not it. Yeah, all I'm trying to do is just find one that I've chopped or that I haven't chopped that looks the same. Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, sorry, I must have put it away. But yeah, so what I do is, this one was a bright. And it was actually a long handle too. It was a long handle one. And it was 0 for this one, not even 1/8 of an inch. where that one is. And so, yeah, so I just used nail clippers and I just went snap. Whatever works. Yeah, so. Yeah, see, when I use pastel pencil, I'm going to use pastel pencil on here to differentiate the clouds, but at the moment I just can't do that. Oh, and I'm itching. So I just got to be patient. Imagine working on a miniature. Have you, this is like a little miniature painting. Have any of you worked on miniatures? There's an exhibition which I'm going to put some of my artwork in, and that's in a few months' time. And they've got different categories. And one of the categories is miniature. And what they're saying is there is the rules are, including the frame, that it's 30 centimetres by, including the frame, the artwork's got to be 30 centimetres by 30 centimetres, which is, you know, like about 12 inches. So if you've got a piece which is like, for example, I don't know, like that size, you know, your frame. Anyway, that's the exhibition rules. But when we're talking about miniatures, I mean, that's like about, I don't know, like, is that, that looks like to me about maybe 5 centimetres, which could be probably, what is it, yeah, 2.5 inches, and it looks like, yeah, 2.5 inches by about, I don't know, maybe 3 inches this way. Do you see what I mean? So yeah, yeah. So I'm just wondering, have you guys ever done miniatures? Wait, which? Okay, Chrissy, do you know what the brushes are? Natural hair or Taklon? Okay, this one is Taklon. That one is Taklon. This one says stiff. Well, I've chopped it off, but it's stiff synthetic. So that's what that is. I couldn't tell you what these are. Well, I'd say synthetic, of course. But yeah, when we're talking these little teeny weeny ones, yep, definite. Yeah. If they were natural, they would be too soft for this kind of thing. Unless you wanted to blend, which, you know, unless you wanted to blend, you know. Yeah, and of course that's a different, look, that's actually quite, that's not soft as, see when you do that, see how that bends over, so you know how soft that is, whereas this one, not, I'm actually putting quite a bit of pressure on that, so you know, so that's the difference. So if I wanted to blend, I would probably use this. If I wanted to apply on larger areas, I would probably use that, and not so much blend. I mean, you can blend, but it all depends, you know, the areas that you're working on, you know. See, now that's soft, right? Too soft. That's what natural would be, too soft. Yeah, but soft enough to blend large areas, you see, so yeah. Where am I now? Okay, I've done some 3.5 by 2.5 inches. ACT, actual size. Yeah, how do you, was it coloured pencil or was it pastel, or how did you do that, Nanette? Rebecca says, Chrissy, I bought these tiny easels with tiny yes on them 1 year to make a Christmas present, but I never did it. They're waiting in my drawer. Actually, I've got a few of those in my drawer as well. Nolani says, Chrissy, you need to do a collaboration with a maker of brushes and make pan pastel brushes we can purchase. Oh God, here we go. Yes, you know what, Nolani, this has been suggested to me, and oh God. Okay, here we go. Okay. Thanks, Chrissy, for sharing your gift and your time. I must say good night for you. It's been wonderful. Thank you so much, Linda, for popping by to say hello. Thank you so much. Nice to see you here. Come again soon. Okay, some coloured pencils, some watercolours, Nanette says. Okay. Now, Nolani, funny you should say. I have been testing brushes, but I haven't found... I've gone to manufacturers to do that. Funny you should say. And to, I've been searching for brushes to put my brand on them. So something like that. As you can see, there's no writing or anything like that, and I've actually made special marks on ones which I've used and I like to use. So that's another thing on my list to do. But thank you very much for bringing that up. It's something that I definitely want to do. Definite. Oh, don't worry. My husband's been at me for that one. He goes, why don't you do this? Oh, yes. Yes, I like that. Well. Oh my gosh. Wish I had more time to do all of that. But I'm going to make time. I have to make time. There we go. Using a bit of black just on the edge with a fine brush before I use pastel pencils. I find I'm less shaky with the brush than I am with the pastel pencil. I wonder why, I'm not sure. Sally, hello, hi. Is that rain I can hear? Yes, and wind. Oh my gosh, you can hear that. Gosh. I didn't, well, yes. It's rain and wind. That's what we're getting here. I think the brushes are a great idea, yes. So, I have been, and here's another one that I've been playing with. Here's another one that I've been playing with. These are the ones that I've been playing with. The only thing I haven't been, and this is like a real weird one. Don't know if I like that, and that's all from the same group. Because that's how you bought it. I didn't break this. I didn't break this, but it's, how would you hold it? I had problems holding this. I'll show you what I mean, like testing it. It is, this particular bristle that I've tested, the reason why it's not one that I want is because it's too soft. It could probably be used for other things. Elaine, hello. Nice to see you here. Welcome. Welcome. I don't think I've seen you here, so welcome. Thank you for popping by. Yeah, so truly, there you go. I have the idea. Thank you, Nolani. And yeah, it's a work in progress. And for me to put my name on it, and I've been playing with these to see what is good. For me to put my name on it and my branding on it, I have to be 100% sure. And if I'm not 100% sure, then I'm not going to have these done. But what I want is about, say, a handful of about, say, maybe five brushes, maybe half a dozen, pushing it. And the only thing I haven't been able to find is a detailed brush like this. And the only detailed brushes that I find are art brushes and not makeup brushes that look like this. You see, I want it to look like this. So that's the only thing that's being elusive at the moment for me. Yeah. Rebecca says, Chrissy, you need people to do the boring detail stuff so you can just do it. Oh, wouldn't that be great? Oh. Well, I tell you, well, yeah. Well, you know, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It's something. It's something that I want. I want to happen down the track, but I want to be able to help you as well, you know, and share and do all of those sorts of things that I like to do. I don't know if you can hear that now. Yeah. All right. So, yeah. Yeah, and something like this, like something like these, I mean, I'll show you. Let's have a play. I'll show you what I mean. Can I? Here we go. I've got a spare bit of here. So, when I'm looking at brushes, what I'm looking for is the snap for a start. This is a really nice angular brush. It's something which I really like. I always like this style or this kind of brush because it helps with getting into the fine areas. Of course, you know, this is not like that thickness, but if you'll get on slightly larger projects. So if I'm going to use, and I'll use a yellow so we can see nice and bright. This is on anthracite. Okay, where is Xrissart? I'm here. Where do I live? I live in New South Wales, Australia, on the east coast. That's where I live. It's mostly sunny when it's not raining cats and dogs. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, gonna say goodbye, Dee. Okay, Dee. Thanks for being able to listen while I tore apart my workspace. Tired out and have to finish putting it back together tomorrow. Go ahead. All good. Hope to see you again soon. Okay. Rebecca says, Chrissy, how do you put the little label on my emu? Okay. What it is, there's an application called Snapseed. It is a free app on my Android phone. I'm not quite sure whether you can get that on Apple. I'm sure you can. And it's just an app, and what I do is I download the photo, I put a text up against it, I save it as an image, and then I upload it onto the Facebook page, or you can put it anywhere, definite. Okay, so now there's something about this which I'm not happy about. It's not so much I'm not happy about, it's not let me try another pan. Let me try red. It's just too soft for me. If I'm doing that compared to, okay, I would say that these are pretty similar. And if I go do the same thing, can you see the difference? There you go. That is this one. Yeah. So it's in the bristle. Right? So therefore, this is not what I want. Yeah. So what's happened is that it hasn't picked up enough of the bristles have been too soft to pick up the pigment enough for me to use on this surface. Now, of course, I'm going to be working on Pastelmat, so when I'm testing these brushes out. And it's like, you know, like PanPastels, the company, they, when they're testing out their soft tools, right, when they're testing out their soft tools, they test their soft tools on Xrissart paper, which is non-sanded surface. So therefore, you know, the when you start to use the soft tool applicator, the sponges on surfaces even as smooth as Pastelmat, it's still going to do something, wear away your soft tools. And imagine doing it on UArt or, you know, and the various sanded sizes or thicknesses, the roughness, sorry, on that. You can imagine it would chew these up in a jiffy, like in no time. So, but that's all I'm saying is, you know, so when I'm going to be testing these brushes, I'm going to be testing them on Pastelmat. So I'm on the hunt for something that I can actually put my name to. So yes, doing it. Yeah, is the answer. The long answer. How about that? There you go. Even when I start to see, look at, I don't know if you can see, when I start to take off the pigment or rub off the pigment, the bristles hardly move. Whereas when I do the same pressure, it's moving. It's doing that. It's doing that. Yeah. So for me, it's all about finding the right bristle. Have I missed anything? Okay. Okay. All right. So there you go. Okay. So I'm back, and I need to get back to this one. So yeah. But then again, you know, like I believe that every brush has its place. Do you know what I mean? Like every brush has its place and how you use it. And I suppose if when I decide which brush I want, I will tell you what it is good for, but I'll always be looking for the bristles. Yeah, for sure. Okay, Elaine, you're talking about this brush. You're talking about these brushes. They're Eco Tools. Okay, where do you get that stiff brush? Oh, okay, the stiff one. Oh, you mean, this brush. I know what you mean. This one. This one is Eco Tools, and I got this from my local supermarket, but they are available on Amazon. They're available on Amazon. So, yeah. Okay, got to go for now. Family calls, no worries. Great to see everyone, and Chrissy again. Oh, look, thank you so much, sweetheart. Nice to see you here. Yeah. So, but you know, you can improvise. You can, you know, if you can't find that brush. I mean, Elaine, this is an oil painting brush. I tell you. In fact, from memory, I think it was a fan brush. This was a fan oil painting brush. I think it was about this big. And I just went, I just chopped it. And I did it on stream. And I wanted to achieve some highlights on trees that were on that were in the distance. Eco tools, yes, Elaine. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm trying to get across is use whatever tool will give you the the look that you're going for. It doesn't necessarily have to be a soft tool, and I will always say that to use these, and the sponges, the sponges, of course I use these, as you can see. Each has its place, and there's no right or wrong way to do anything. There are no rules. Got to remember what I'm doing here. Yeah, so long as you can. But another thing I've got to talk about is that the reason why the manufacturer PanPastels, they made pastels so it can be low dust. They didn't want, because soft tools are dusty. All you've got to do is just, especially if you're on an easel upright, what can I say? Soft pigment just goes everywhere. These are made so there's limited to like no dust, limited dust. So what I'm doing here is like the exact opposite. I'm creating dust here, but I like how these work for me with what I've developed. Yeah. Oh yeah, thank you Janice for that. Yes, and thank you Sally. Yep. Yep. Okay, so I'm back. Chandri, yeah, 2 a.m. here. Oh my gosh. Okay, time to sleep for me too. Good night. Oh my goodness. Good night for you too. Good night, Chandri. Thank you so much for popping by. Okay. Yeah, so all I'm doing here is just adding layers with this. And you can probably see my line drawing, and I'm also trying to cover my line drawing. So you can imagine the transfer paper that I use is really good. I mean, really good, because, I mean, look at this. It just doesn't, well, on Pastelmat that is, like the lines aren't going anywhere. So I will keep my line drawing so I can actually layer on top as much as I want without worrying about losing my drawing or my line art. All right, okay. Elaine says, what time is it in Australia? 8 p.m. here. Well, here on the east coast of Australia, it is 2 minutes past 12 noon, actually, and on a Sunday. Okay, so it's Saturday evening for the northern hemisphere. For the southern hemisphere, it's Sunday. It's Sunday. But having a look at the time, yes. So look, I just I might finish up here for today, and I just want again to apologise for yesterday, how I was having all these IT issues, and that I wanted to make it up to you and to stream again today, and I know that I picked up on it yesterday and all of that, but I just wanted to say, thank you so much for popping by. You guys are awesome, and I love how we hang out and we talk about everything. We manage to talk about art eventually, don't we? Yes, so I just wanted to say thank you so much. I'm going to be live streaming next week, okay? Next week, which will be my Saturday for the Southern Hemisphere in Australia, and for the Northern Hemisphere, it will be Friday evening. So I just wanted to mention that. Okay, 1 a.m. Sunday morning in the UK. Oh my goodness, Sally. Oh my gosh, so late. Okay, that's right, Janice. I'm in the future. All right, dear friends, thank you so much, and I'll see you all again next week. Thank you for popping by. Bye for now.